Hi, my name is Timothy King, and this semester I've chosen to pursue a research project exploring student interactions with chatbots in an educational setting and how they affect student outcomes. So although chatbot technology is new and evolving, there already exists a considerable amount of research on its efficacy in the classroom, and the majority of studies report positively on chatbots as an assistive tool in education. With that said, there exists a need for deeper research exploring how interactions affect learning at a more granular level, and this kind of data exploration and learning analytics would likely be beneficial for suggesting improvements for researchers, educators, and students. So the main research question I am exploring is, in the short term, what dialogue patterns lead to better immediate understanding and comprehension, and in the long term, what leads to better retention of domain knowledge afterwards? And how does language affect understanding for both parties, and do the existing patterns have correlations with student outcomes? So there's some related research that suggests that descriptive statistics can be useful for offering insights to complex learning processes, and that analyzing log data with NLP tools can be an effective way to understand the intermediate states of the learning process. Another piece of relevant research is that current prompting techniques research suggests that in order to best enable the capabilities of a large language model, we should use simple, clear, and specific language that outlines precise terms of what we are hoping to achieve. So the location where I've planned to explore my research questions is in a live online class. I'm able to do this with the help of one of our classmates, who is a teacher, instructor, of an online web development class. Here, in addition to regular course content, quizzes, modules, he has, in a prior semester, deployed a virtual tutor that can be prompted on the class website and collects interactions data. The first part of the data collection, which I will preview in the next slide, involves redeploying the virtual tutor in the online classroom, collecting interactions data as well as the responses by the large language model. Then, in addition to that, prompting students to complete a brief formative assessment around their understanding and comprehension. The second part, which I will likely preview in the next intermediate milestone, is a summative assessment and survey which looks at information retention, user confidence in themselves and the technology, as well as their satisfaction in the technology. So as a preview, here's the formative assessment that will be deployed alongside the virtual tutor. The first two questions ask the student to explain their understanding of the topic they discussed. The following two questions ask a simple before and after perception of their understanding of the concepts. Then the next two questions ask the student about their confidence in the chatbot and its ability to understand their questions. Then finally, there's a small space for students to leave any additional comments. There's some other information, context, and progress to report on. A large part of this project relies on the tools used to identify patterns in the log data before attempting to make correlative statements between patterns found and outcomes observed. Some of the types of analysis explored so far has been sensitivity analysis, linguistic complexity, prompt length, keyword reoccurrences, and a number of tools found in the NLP for the social sciences suite. These include tools for measuring sentiments, text cohesion, readability, lexical diversity, and sophistication. These tools have also been used in a number of different edtech analyses in the past, including for readability, text complexity, and text simplification, measurements, and tasks. I've also begun preliminary work developing the summative assessment and how to best measure information retention. I've also explored temporal analysis, which is a type of analysis that is sought after frequently in learning analytics. In the first data collection, this might involve looking at how student interactions change over the course of a semester as they become more familiar with the large language model. So given what I've shared, here are some ideas for potential feedback that I'm looking for. I would love to hear criticism of the overall procedure and data collection, criticism of questions in the survey I previewed, or criticism of the logical flow from my research question to the ways that I've chosen to explore them. So that's about it. Here are my references. That concludes my presentation. Thank you for listening.